Hello. So in this video we're going to go through the process of installing R on Windows so that we can use ClimPACT2. So the only requirement for running ClimPACT2 on your computer is to have R installed, and ClimPACT2 needs version 3.0.2 or later to run. So you can see here I'm at the R website and I've just downloaded the latest version of R, which is 3.2.3. And by the time you're watching this video, there very well may be a newer version available, which is fine. So the latest version of R will do. So I've already downloaded this version of R to my desktop, which you can see here. And the installation of R is extremely simple. First step is just to select that executable, to choose your language. And then after this, for most people, it's a matter of just selecting next and accepting the default configurations. So here we're just accepting the licensing agreement. Here we're selecting where to install R on your computer, and you can just leave that as default. Here you're asked what components of R to install. Again, you should just leave that as default. We're going to install both the 32-bit and 64-bit versions of R. Again, just select next, next. Here you can select whether you want a desktop icon or a quick launch icon created. You can change these if you like. I'll just leave them as default again. And R begins to install. Alright, so R is finished installing. You can just select finish there. And you can see on my desktop two icons for R have been created. One is for the 64-bit version of R with the x64, and the other one's for the 32-bit version that has i386 in that in the file name. So if we just select one of these, for most reasonably new computers you'll be on a 64-bit machine, so you should select 64-bit. But in fact, it doesn't matter even if you're not on a 64-bit machine. You should be able to use 64-bit or of course 32-bit. So select the 64-bit version of R, and you see R opens. And that's it. So R is now installed on your Windows machine. And when we close it, it asks whether we want to save a workspace image. We just always say no. And that's it. In future videos we'll go through installing ClimPACT2 on your computer and running ClimPACT2 both in Windows and in Linux/Unix based machines.